You are on step 2 of my wash day series. I actually created this series for my teenage daughter. It's just about time that she learns how to wash her own hair. And I thought, you know what, let's make some videos for her to watch. She can watch them on her own. It's self-led. So I thought I would go ahead and post these videos on my YouTube channel. For anyone out there who might be in a similar situation, maybe you also have someone in your family who you need to teach how to wash their hair and you don't really know how to start. These videos will be a really great starting point for anyone who needs to learn how to wash their natural hair in a very simple way. So yeah, that's what this series is. We're on step 2 now, so let's just get right on into it. But first, a huge announcement that we're back, baby. Melanin Haircare is restocking with all your award-winning favorites as we speak. Visit melaninhaircare.com, sephora.com, or spaceandk.com to secure your must-have wash day essentials like the award-winning African Black Soap Reviving Shampoo, the silky smooth plumping deep conditioner used in this video, or the moisture-locking, definition-supporting, twist-elongating style cream. And from now until February 16th, enjoy 15% off your total order specifically at melaninhaircare.com when you use the secret discount code NATURAL85. A little early Valentine's Day gift from me to you. All right, now back to the video. So we just finished step 1 in our wash day, cleansing. If you missed step 1, you can find it in the linked video and description box for reference. In step 1, we shampooed away all the old product and dirt on our hair and scalp, and our hair is now looking super hydrated, shiny, and defined, and it's probably feeling squeaky clean. A squeaky clean scalp and hair is great because it means you have a healthy, fresh canvas to style your hair with. But we can't leave it squeaky clean or it'll become hard, brittle, and dry once the hair dries. So what we need to do is condition it to help restore the slip and softness that the shampoo just took away. So on to step 2 we go. Conditioning. When you have curly, coily, and afro textured natural hair, it's best that you deep condition every single week. Deep conditioning every week will ensure that your hair remains moisturized and elastic. The term elastic, or your hair's elasticity, refers to how much your hair can stretch and bounce back without breaking. Good elasticity is important because it helps your hair to bend instead of break when you comb, style, and pull it. Good elasticity means that your hair can grow longer and stay fuller over time. So while you can definitely condition your hair and get it soft with a normal conditioning treatment that you work in and rinse out in like 5 minutes or less, if you have naturally curly and afro textured hair, I really recommend skipping those quick 1-minute rinse off treatments and just go ahead and invest a bit more time and effort into the super important step by using a deep conditioning mask. Trust me, your hair will love and thank you over time. What you want to look for is a good deep conditioning mask that makes your hair feel soft, smooth, silky, and easy to comb and brush through. You'll know you've picked an amazing deep conditioner when it melts into your hair upon application, making it feel silky soft and the tangles melt away. So I'm using the award-winning plumping deep conditioner from Melanin Haircare. It's the perfect blend of moisturizing and strengthening ingredients, and it makes my hair feel instantly hydrated and conditioned. The formulation is the perfect thickness, applying and absorbing into my hair like silky smooth butter, and it consistently leaves my hair feeling silky smooth with a lightweight bounce once the product is rinsed away. If you haven't tried this deep conditioner, don't sleep on it. There's a reason it sells out and it's award-winning. It makes curly and natural textured hair care so much easier. All right, so let's apply it. This is my absolute favorite deep conditioning technique that I've never shared online. I developed this strategy recently out of my lack of time and just desperation of just needing to get a deep conditioning treatment done quickly. All right, so here's what I do. Split your hair into 2 halves just to make the application easier. Grabbing as much product as you need for one side of your hair, I'm using about a $50 amount. Apply it to your ends first, rubbing it downward into the hair. Once you feel like your ends are properly coated, begin applying the deep conditioner up the hair strand towards the roots, rubbing the product into the hair in downward strokes. Remember, we always apply product downward so that we don't encourage the curls and coils to ball up on each other, which can create tangles and knots. You can also smooth the product in by clasping your hands together in that prayer hands motion, which will help to smooth the product into each strand and pull the curls down and away from each other. Now, this doesn't have to be perfect, and we're not spending a ton of time detangling right now. The goal is simply to make sure each hair strand is coated with deep conditioner. So just work the product in all over the section, parting the hair here and there to find sections that have not yet been coated in product. And it's great, I got a little bit of shed hair out of this step as well, but again, the goal is just to coat the hair. Once you've successfully applied the deep conditioner all over that first section of hair, grab some more product and do the exact same thing to the other side. I'm applying it to my ends first and then working it up the hair to the roots, making sure I'm working the product into the hair using downward strokes. We're activating our prayer hands motion to make sure all the hair strands are coated and to make sure we're not creating more knots and tangles. Parting the hair into smaller sections, hunting to find any locations that don't yet have any deep conditioner and coating those sections. And don't forget your edges. Since we're not brushing the product in at this stage, it's really important that you make sure that every single hair is coated with deep conditioner. You don't need a ton of deep conditioner to do this, just make sure that you're thorough in getting every single hair. So if you need to go back in anywhere that you think you might have missed, do that now. And if you're able to get a bit of your shed hair out, that's great. But don't worry, we're gonna get a much more thorough detangle in the next few steps, just not right now. Okay, so split your hair into halves once more. You're going to twist the first section and clip it up close to your head. And then twist that second section, clipping that close to the head as well. And I'm gonna use 2 plastic caps because I have a big head. If you have a smaller head or a normal size head, just feel free to use one. You can buy these plastic caps at your local beauty supply store. You can find them at like CVS or Walmart. So we're applying this plastic cap to help trap the natural heat that comes from our head. The heat from our head is gonna help to open up our hair strands, allowing them to absorb in as much of the deep conditioner as possible. So leave this on for at least 30 minutes. I like 45 minutes, but it's up to you how much deep conditioning you feel like you need. So 45 minutes has gone by and you can see that humidity trapped in the plastic cap. The hair looks and feels super soft and conditioned. And now the fun part, detangling. If you're experienced, you're thinking I'm nuts right now. Detangling is the fun part, what? But I promise you, what I'm about to do is so incredibly satisfying, it's gonna blow your mind. All right, you're gonna grab a medium section of hair, clipping the rest of your hair out of the way. Now, don't do this part. I'm just yanking on my hair so that you can see that it does in fact still have tangles, but not for long. Grab your absolute favorite detangling brush. I have 2, the unbrush and the brush with the best, but I love pairing the plumping deep conditioner with the unbrush for this routine specifically. All right, we're gonna be strategic. You're only gonna wet the section that you're brushing. Keep the conditioner on your hair until you're ready to brush it. This is going to help you detangle a lot easier. And you're gonna keep the section that you're working on completely under the water as you continue brushing down the section. Then you're gonna work your way up to the roots, brushing the hair downward and moving it further into the water as you go. It also helps to alternate brushing from the front and the back. And that's it. That is literally all you have to do to detangle. Look how the brush is gliding through my coils. This took less than 1 minute to detangle this entire section. Think of the time you're gonna save. Okay, so depending on how you plan to style your hair, you'll either wanna follow up by applying a bit of your favorite leave-in conditioner, or you'll skip the leave-in conditioner and just twist the section up by itself. My plan is to keep my hair twisted for a few days, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply the multi-use softening leave-in conditioner, and this is gonna help to keep my hair moisturized for the week. If you don't have the Melanin Haircare multi-use softening leave-in conditioner, just know that it's coming back in stock towards the end of the month. You can check on melaninhaircare.com to see if it's available. And then I split the section in half and twist it up. And that's it. How easy was that? I love this so much. I like to wrap each section into Bantu knots to help keep them stretched and out of the way while I work on the rest of my hair. This way my twists don't snag and get in the way of my brushing. Now just grab another medium-sized section and repeat the process. Don't do this part, I'm just showing you my tangles. All right, we're gonna start on the ends of the section, placing the hair that we're brushing directly into the water, alternating from brushing the front of the section, then the back of the section as we work our way up. All right, so I got a little greedy. This section was a little too large for my brush. If this happens to you, all you have to do is split that section in half and then start from the ends again, brushing down and working up the section. Once that smaller half is detangled, grab the second half and repeat. And it's important that you brush all the way down the section of hair every time you bring the brush higher. Otherwise, you could cause knots to get stuck halfway down the section. It's not a big deal, but just make your life easier and go all the way down. All right, once the entire section is detangled, grab a bit of leave-in conditioner and apply it to the section of hair, working it in, starting at the ends first. And look how silky smooth and detangled the section is now. My fingers glide through like butter and it was just so easy to achieve. Now I just split the section in half and then twist it up to protect it from tangling. I'm wrapping it into a Bantu knot to keep it out of the way, and then I move on to another medium-sized section. starting at the ends and just wetting the part of the section that I'm brushing so that I don't wash away all the conditioner before I can actually use the slip to help detangle. And I'm just moving up the section, getting more of it wet as I brush and detangle the hair downward, alternating from brushing the front of the section to brushing the back of the section, and keep moving upwards until you've detangled all the way up to the roots. And let me tell you, it's so satisfying feeling the brush easily pass through your curls. And it's all possible because of the important mix of having an amazing deep conditioner with silky slip that had time to penetrate and condition the hair, that downwards pressure of the water, and an effective detangling brush that has wide teeth. And once again, check how easily my fingers glide through. Applying my leave-in conditioner to help lock in the moisture long term, splitting the hair in half, and twisting up the section. Now, a quick note about this, I twist under the water because the water pressure helps my roots to stay tidy as I twist. Does it get rid of some of the leave-in conditioner? Yes, but it's a risk that I'm willing to take for a flawless twist. If you're just learning to do your hair and you've applied leave-in conditioner, please twist your hair outside of the water so that you can properly learn how the leave-in conditioner affects your hair. Once you understand that, then you can play around with adding more water and seeing what you prefer for your own hair type. Repeating the same exact process, working from the ends up to the roots. It's just literally so satisfying. I actually look forward to this part of my wash day because this is so much fun. All right, one last brush for good measure. I'm applying my leave-in conditioner. Then I'm splitting that section in half and twisting up the roots under the water. And once that's done, I'm wrapping it into a bantu knot and moving on to the other side. I've got 4 twists on the first side. And now I've got 5 on the other. And that's it, guys. We're done conditioning. And that means we're also done with the shower part of our wash day. I like to gently squeeze the water out of each of my bantu knots to help make the drying process quicker. Now that all the brushing's done, I'm gonna unravel my bantu knots. This way the hair towel can absorb as much water from my hair as possible. But make sure to keep the hair in the twist. That just keeps everything organized. I'm reaching for my Luxe t-shirt hair towel from Melanin Haircare. This is an extra long, super absorbent, thick and stretchy t-shirt towel that absorbs the excess water from the hair without stealing away your precious moisture. And it does all this without causing frizz and tangles. It's similar to a microfiber towel, but it's more gentle and it causes less frizzing and tangling due to its smooth t-shirt fibers. So I'm wrapping up all my twists and I'm gonna let them dry a little bit before my next step, styling. And that's it, guys. My easiest and quickest deep conditioning technique yet. I'm really proud of this one and I hope you guys do give it a try. It's helped me so much in my wash day that I know it's gonna help you. If you're new to washing your own hair, I hope that this conditioning tutorial is helpful. Everything I use will be linked in the description box if you're interested to pick it up for yourself or your loved one. And I'll see you guys in the next wash day video for styling.